I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was a bullshit performance. That symbolism is shit. Symbolism and revolution cannot be spoken in the same words. Revolution is about action. It ain't about no mother secret puzzle, and you got to try to understand the hidden concepts and precepts that's being dropped. And the revolution have never been about symbolism. Symbolism is a Masonic, the Masons kind of shit, homie. Putting shit in symbols, homie. And let me just say this. Performing at the Super Bowl is like the slave being invited to the front of the mansion, to be in the front yard and get to perform in front of Massa and his family and friends while they sit on the porch. And y'all out in the front doing your slave dances and you get to perform in front of the house. That's what the Super Bowl performance was like. So to say, man, he did this, he had the symbols in it, homie, that don't do nothing for black people. Symbolism don't do nothing for black people. But the most disgraceful thing that I seen was Serena Williams up there crip walking. That was the most disgraceful thing that I saw during that performance. Her sister.
Didn't her sister get killed by a
by the Crips? Yeah. Yeah, to be married to a white man up there dancing on the stage to try to get back at your ex-boyfriend who got way more money than your white husband. And you up there crip walking doing a dance. Man, we f***ed up as a race of people. And you got black people clapping, saying that's probably the best performance. Man, the best performance ever was Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson when he snatched that thing off and her came out. That's the best Super Bowl performance ever in human history. Nothing will ever be able to top that. Janet Jackson coming out and Justin, man, nothing will ever be able to top that Super Bowl performance. Had never happened in the history of television. A came out. Even the FCC had to come with some new rules and regulations for performances. Never be able to top that. Kendrick Lamar performance probably was the worst. All he did was put his hands on his hips and wiggle, doing that little worm dance, and all the the red, white, and blue black people was crip walking and running in circles. I told y'all that's all they were gonna be doing, was twisting their feet on stage. And basically this whole performance was about Drake. It wasn't about his songs and his lyrical content and lyrical talent. It was all about Drake. So I give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, I was there. It was very underwhelming. They kept saying it was going to be a huge surprise. Everybody was trying to figure out what the surprise was. Was it Samuel L. Jackson? Was it Serena? Was it SZA? Like, we were just everybody was trying to figure out what's this huge surprise.
Probably
a lot of white people that were
SZA and Serena.
Yeah, but a lot of, and this is why I feel like the NFL, they're about to stop doing the black performer things, because a lot of white fans that came to watch the game, they really didn't understand the performance aspect. No. Like, they had the street lights and all the running around, and a lot of white people didn't understand. And the NFL, yes, 97% black players, but most of the fans are white people that come to the game.
Yeah, because very few buy tickets and go to the game. Most sitting in the house watching on TV.
Yeah, very few. So I think they're about to go back to the next performer is definitely going to be pop. Maybe like Post Malone,
Maroon 5, something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Because they just didn't understand it. And Kendrick Lamar, he's talented, but I don't think a lot of white people at the game understood like the message and what everything was about. But it was very underwhelming. I agree with you. I know Drake the atmosphere would have been way different with Drake.
Yeah. Oh, homie, even a Lil Wayne performance. White people love a Lil Wayne. White the second half of Lil Wayne's career was supported by white people at his concerts and shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, homie. They made it too. I ain't gonna say they made it too black, but man, let me just say, nigga, that wasn't nothing about that shit revolutionary. And I hear people say, and they quoted this at the beginning of the performance, that the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be televised. That's why you can go back and see some historic footage of black people being water hosed. You can see some historic footage of black people having dogs sicked on them. So the revolution will be televised. When they made that statement that the revolution will not be televised, nobody foreseen cell phones. So cell phones allow the revolution to be televised. The revolution won't be funded. We'll be able to see the revolution on TV, but the revolution won't be funded, meaning the programs or the things that we need in our community, we won't have the funding, but we'll be able to record and videotape it. So when I see black people clapping, homie, that's why Malcolm X made it clear that we're the only race of people, the only group of people who look to and for our entertainers to be our leaders or to get a message from our entertainers. They just can't go entertain. They have to try to put a message in for us. We're the only group that do that.
All right, now, so there you have it. That was Charleston White. And first of all, I want to thank y'all so much for tapping into my channel. I appreciate y'all so much. And, that was Charleston White, and he was basically breaking down the Kendrick Lamar performance at the Super Bowl. And I know a lot of people are hating on Charleston White, but I can say that I actually like some of the takes that he dissects, because he's actually a smart guy. And Charleston White, he's not the only one who decided to dissect Kendrick Lamar's performance, because a lot of people have been claiming that Kendrick Lamar, he actually decided to incorporate some hidden messages in his performance, and I actually believe that. Even though myself, I haven't really watched the whole performance, but I've seen some YouTube videos and people have been claiming that there's some dark messages in his performance. And this guy, Kendrick Lamar, he's been basically portraying himself as Jesus in some of his songs. So I actually definitely can see that people are claiming that he has some dark messages in his in his performances that he decides to basically showcase all around the world, and also on the Super Bowl performance stage. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.